finally hitting your peak rank just to be reset back down. Stuck in the same rank season after season.
Even worse.
Today, I'm going to give you 3 tips I use to climb the ranks consistently over the years. And if you implement all 3, I can guarantee you'll rank up. Alrighty, we're going to start by ripping the band-aid off. You're not ranking up because it's your fault.
Bruh.
And here's why. The biggest mistake I see players do is not adjust mid-game to the enemies. Here's an example. Say you're playing A site on Lotus. You're playing back site and you've just been completely wiped out by a bunch of utility and the enemies just completely rolled you. The most frustrating thing ever is seeing players literally do the exact same thing again and sit there, back site, changing nothing about their gameplay or their playstyle, and getting rolled again. What you need to do is move and change. Most of the time, the enemy team will do something, it works, and they don't change a single thing. They don't change a thing because they don't expect a counter. And this works 99% of the time in lower elo because the players in lower elo aren't thinking about how they can counter the enemy push. If they keep repeating the same strat, it means they think that you won't adapt. Prove them wrong. The best way to counteract this is to actively think, what can I do to stop their push? And one of the best ways to do that is to identify their flaws. What type of utility do they have? Do they not have flashes? No drone? Where are they weak in their team comp? The lower the elo you're in, the easier it is to identify the flaws because they have worse agents selected as their team comp. But as you get higher up, it becomes harder to identify these flaws. But an easy way to counteract this is to break their utility as they throw it down onto you. So the best way to counteract this is to fight them in A main. Throw your utility at them A main so they have to throw it back at you there, rather than them throwing it backside at you A Lotus. So if you start winning A main, they're going to have to throw more at you if they want to fight for A, which is also a good thing. If they started with 2 to 3 players A main and they were winning it, and then they have to up it to 4 to 5, the more that they have on A, the less that they have on C. This means your C players can run up behind and flank them, and then you guys can pinch them in A lobby. Basically what I'm trying to say is you need to think mid-game. Even if the scoreline is 6-1 their way, you need to grow up, stop trying to put an FF in, and think, how can I actively stop their push or counteract what they're trying to do? Alrighty, now we're on to tip number 2. Although you might hit some crazy clips every now and then or have a crazy game, your average gameplay is not improving because of your bad habits. You might have heard of the term muscle memory. Just like in sports, your hands, eyes, and fingers can have muscle memory when gaming. And practice makes perfect, right? No! Of course there is good practice like aim training, but the majority of players develop bad muscle memory based off bad habits. And I see almost every single player do this. I had a friend who was hard stuck to gold, constantly crouch spraying. He focused on just fixing that one habit and within 2 weeks he was diamond. That's how much bad muscle memory holds you back. Here are just a few bad habits that you may do. Crouch spraying, spam inspecting your knife, spraying the ground after each kill, watching TikTok after you die, and the list goes on. Even pros do these bad things.
Sticking it to half, he's gonna stick it all the way! Not able to settle the shots, he finds some time on this.
Sometimes I even catch myself crouch spraying, and I do it a lot, meaning it becomes a really bad habit. And because of that bad habit, and I do it a lot, it becomes bad muscle memory. So in stressful situations, I automatically hit crouch sometimes and lose the gunfight. So now I have to actively think to stop myself from doing these things because I want to improve my gameplay. What you need to do is you need to identify your bad habit. If you can't do that, join the Discord, send through a VOD, and I'll personally identify your bad habit. I'll then tell you how you can fix it. But you need to stop bad muscle memory because it is holding you back. Alrighty, the third and final tip for this video is tilting. Alright, imagine you have a banger game, you drop 30 plus kills, you match MVP and you get the dub. But that genuinely means nothing if the next game you lose, you get mad at your team and then queue again tilted. You'll lose that game when you're tilted because you are not thinking clearly. And this follows up from tip number 1 and 2. When you're tilted, you fall back into bad habits and you don't seek ways to change your gameplay or counteract the enemy. This completely disregards what we learned about from tip 1 and 2. You're going to do the same thing over and over again, expecting a change, but nothing will happen. You'll sit there angry at the game and angry at your teammates when it's your fault for queuing tilted. If you've just won a stressful game or the game before, you get mad at your teammates for doing something completely dumb. Trust me, this will happen. People are stupid on this game. But when the game is over, stand up, take a break, go outside and spend just 15 minutes outside resetting. Grab some water, I don't know. Do something other than just sitting here and queuing again. Take the 15 minutes and reset. Remember, we play video games for fun. Come back excited and keen to play the next game. Don't be going into your next game angry and bothered just trying to win back RR. Because when your teammates whiff, and they will, you'll be yelling at randoms online and it's no fun for anyone. So remember, go outside and reset after a stressful or intense game. If this video helped you, remember to like and subscribe so we can continue to upload educational Valorant content to make you rank up. Join the Discord to join the active community of others who are eager to play the game and rank up as well. And that's all for today. We'll see you next time.